another episode of Eyes of the Hawk TV. I'm Jason Comiskey.
And I'm Owen Enright. We have a big episode in store for you today and some upcoming events at MHS. For this week, we have a teacher spotlight with Mr. Vanderkyle. Now for our recap.
To start, let's take a look back at what happened this week at MHS.
Last Friday, boys basketball had their senior night against Sharon, and the track and field championship meet has been moved to Friday, today.
We had a snow day on Thursday. Thank you, Dr. McIntyre. Also, seniors have started to commit to college.
Special shout out to Mikey Belanger for committing to Duke University to continue his academic and wrestling career.
Now, let's jump back into this week ahead.
What's happening this week? Next week, on Wednesday the 12th, MHS is hosting its annual arts show from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
There's going to be a lot of work shown from many MHS departments, so if you come on by, you'll have a good time.
In other news, Video Production 3 has started to rehearse for the 2025 Lip Dub, which will happen on March 14th, 2025.
And we hope everyone's getting excited. Now, let's move on to sports.
This past Friday, girls and boys basketball played Sharon. Both teams came away with victories. The boys and girls played Attleboro Tuesday. The girls had their senior night last night against Hopedale. And tonight, they play King Philip. Good luck to both teams.
The boys swim team also got first in the Hawk Mock League on Friday. Congratulations.
On Saturday, the boys hockey team played Algonquin and unfortunately lost 3-1. On Wednesday, they play Auburn.
Also, wrestling beat Boston Latin Academy 68-0 to put them their record to 22-1, becoming Kelly Rex divisional champs.
Next up, it's time for our teacher spotlight. This week, we're highlighting Mr. Vanderkyle, the history teacher. And Eddie and Liam, you talked to him this week?
We did.
Yes. Okay, well, him. I wasn't there, but he did.
Yeah, it was very, very nice to talk to Mr. Vanderkyle. We learned kind of why he wanted to teach history, why he wanted to become a teacher in general. Learned about kind of what his favorite thing as a teacher is, like every year, and like favorite thing to teach. And then also some other fun facts, like his dominance in fantasy football, his go-to gas station snack, and many other things. So yeah, it was nice to talk to Mr. V.
Sounds real interesting, Eddie. Now Let's play that clip.
What's up, everybody? I'm here with Mr. Vanderkyle.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, beautiful.
He's our teacher spotlight for this week. So just a couple quick questions. What subjects and classes do you teach here?
I teach mostly world history. AP World History, Contemporary World History Honors, and CP. And every once in a while when they need US 1, I do that as well.
Nice.
But I prefer world.
Yeah. And so where did you grow up?
I grew up in Townsend, Massachusetts. Tiny town about an hour north of here. But we used to come down to Milford to play sports. And we'd get excited because there was the Wendy's, which I know you're an expert Wendy orderer. How do you feel about the AI machine or the computer when you order now?
Do you not like it?
Yeah.
Do not like it at all?
I think it slows up the drive-through line for sure.
It very much does.
So yeah, I grew up there, and then maybe I'm only like an hour away now, so I haven't moved that far in life.
Nice. And where'd you attend college?
I went to UMass for a year when I thought I wanted to do business, and then I didn't enjoy business, so I switched to education, and then I went to Framingham State because they've got a good education program and cheap as colleges go.
Yeah. And why did you choose history?
To be honest, like I never thought of teaching anything else, right? It's like when I was like, well, if I ever am a teacher, I'm going to teach history. I remember sitting in history classes and being like, if I was a teacher, I would do this and not this, or I would do that.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought everybody thought that way. Mm-hmm. And then I realized that's not the way everybody thinks. So I was like, maybe I'll try out teaching. But yeah, I don't, and I know you're going to ask me, but like, yeah, history was like, it's got to be history or I don't think I would do anything else.
Right. And if you, well, I guess that kind of answers my next question.
If it had to be something else?
If you couldn't teach history and you had to teach another subject, what would it be?
I'd be severely handicapped there. Definitely not math. I just feel like there's nothing exciting about math. But honestly, like I feel like I'd best be equipped to teach English.
Yeah.
Just because Mr. Kaz is here. But it's like I feel like there's a lot more crossover with reading, writing. And I just like the storytelling nature of stuff, so I feel like that would be good for it. What about you? What would you teach, Eddie?
I don't know. I'd probably do history too.
Would you?
I like US history.
All right, cool.
And so, is it true that you played against Mr. Dolver in high school?
This is
In
true.
basketball?
This
And,
is true.
Who won?
I knew you were going to ask this, and I don't specifically remember, but I'm going to imagine that Mr. Dolver won. So I was at North Middlesex, and he was at Milford, and I'm pretty sure they were better than us. We must have played at least 2 times for the 2 years I was on varsity. So I'm hoping that my team won one of those 4 at least.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Mr. Dolver claims he has game film of back in the day. So yeah, I definitely don't.
We'll have to ask him about
Sadly, not me. I should have lied. No one's going to dig it up, but...
Guess not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him. And
You gotta set your screensaver to be a longer period of time.
If, so out of all the teachers in your fantasy football
Okay.
league here at Milford High School, who's the best at fantasy and who's the worst?
So my major league is not with most of the people at Milford High School, but Mr. Dolliver is in that league. And I would claim of the teachers in it, I'm the best.
Okay.
Because I have the most championships. Mr. Dolliver has yet to win one, sadly
Really?
for him.
Yeah.
He always has a great team, but it just can't get over the top. Although the guy in my league that is the best isn't a teacher. He just went back to back for the first time, and it's the first time I've been like, all right, I'm not dominant anymore. But there is a lot of other teachers in it. They're just not at Milford High School. Most of them went to Framingham or something like that.
And so, what era or like topic in AP World is your favorite to go over and why?
I think so. I was kind of thinking about this one. It's hard because there's like little bits and pieces of every one I really enjoy, but I really enjoy like the imperialism unit.
Yeah.
Which is like, I feel like there's a lot of fun like activities we can do in there. I don't know if you remember, we did like the auction of Africa.
Oh yeah.
But I do feel like that's like when you start to see the connections of like, this is what we do to the world in the 1800s,
Right.
and this is how it affects us today. And I think it just jumps around. Like some of these chapters I know even for the kids can drag, and I feel like this one moves at like a boom, boom, boom pace.
Right.
So I enjoy that one, and I'm sad when it's over.
So
What was your favorite? If you remember. If you don't, that's okay, Eddie. I know this was ages ago.
yeah, I don't know if I remember.
Okay.
So I guess that also kind of answers my next question. Or maybe not in terms of teaching,
Yeah.
but as a teacher, what's the one thing that you look forward to most at the beginning of each year?
Yeah, you know what? I love it because it's like you get the summer off. Everybody needs a summer off. We need it off. You guys need it off. And like when my friends that don't teach are like, you guys get the whole summer off. It's like everyone needs the summer off, or like the schools would implode. But it's just nice. I feel like I feel refreshed, and I feel like a lot of times the kids are there, and it's just like kind of cool to like meet a new group of students.
Yeah.
Because you can be like, all right, and you get a feel for them. So I just always think it's nice to meet like a new group. And back in the day, especially when I had you and I had like all freshmen, I really liked like, just having kids their first year, like as they came in.
Cool. I guess that's kind of like the same thing for me as like a student, is like meeting all the new teachers and seeing.
Right? Like it feels like you can get a feel. Like you don't want to judge it too early,
Right.
but like you feel like you can get a feel of how it's gonna go.
Yeah. So if you had to teach an elective, or if
Yeah.
you had to make up an elective to teach, what would it be? So like Mr. Dowd does wood shop, Folster does video production. If you had to teach an elective, sort of kind of like that, what would it
I
be?
don't feel like I'm qualified to do any of those. I wish I was. Right? Assuming I was qualified, I think woodshop would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I would need the kids to teach me first.
Right.
So I think I would just have a class of like life, like a semester of like, this is how you apply to college. This is how you apply for a house loan. You want to like get an apartment. This is the like just like the life beyond high school. That's obviously like a lot of what we teach is I find interesting, but it's like you're not going to always use it.
Right.
It's just like, hey, you're leaving school. This is what a bill looks like. This is how you pay a bill. You know what I mean? Just like the life class.
And I feel like there are schools that do teach that. I
Yeah.
feel like kind of at Milford High School that could be a very helpful
Yeah.
class that I think a lot of people would take.
Dude, everyone's gonna rent an apartment,
Right,
buy a
yeah.
house someday, apply to get a loan for a car. Those are the things that like.
Right.
That's what I would feel like would be cool.
Yeah. All right, last question.
Yeah.
Let's say you're on a road trip
Yeah. This was the hardest question.
and you're stopping at a gas
Yeah.
station. You got about an hour and a half left to
I
go.
like how you specified. Where am I going?
The Cape.
Cape,
The
beautiful.
for the family.
Okay.
One snack, one drink. Where do you
Okay.
get?
Crap! I forgot you said one snack. Hour and a half left. I'm getting a coffee. Right. I'm stopping at Scumby's, getting a nice coffee. Throw a little hazelnut in there. If it was longer, I wouldn't go coffee because I'd be worried I'd have to stop to go pee again. But that, and then I forgot you said one snack. I'd probably go just like a bag of beef jerky. I love beef jerky. I don't know why. I just do. So that's what I think I would do. If you give me one more snack, I'm getting the empanadas that they have out there sometimes. You know what? Have you ever got those at companies? Oh, okay. They're terrible for you, but they're delicious.
Yeah. All gas
What would
station.
you get, Eddie?
See, personally, I would go with Propel. You know, like the Gatorade.
Yeah,
like the water.
yeah.
I go with a
Stay hydrated.
great
Smart
Propel.
move.
And maybe some corn nuts.
Okay. Whoa.
Some corn nuts.
That's an interesting. The snack is hard. I tell you what, I had an easy time with the drink. The snack, I was like,
Yeah, the snack, it'll get you,
yeah.
All right,
Thanks
that's
for
all-
picking me,
that's
Eddie.
all
I
have. Thank
appreciate
you.
it, man.
All right,
thank you very much.
Wow, what a wonderful teacher spotlight. We love you, Mr. Vanderkyle. That's it for this week's episode of Eyes of the Hawk. Thank you all so much for watching.
We hope to see you again next week with more exciting news and updates from Milford High School.